Oh, you're on.
Wait, is it on?
It's on.
Yeah, no. So like I was saying, yeah, Sullivan figured out where I lived almost immediately. But my favorite was I did a Patreon live stream from the road, from a rest stop. And Sullivan figured out which rest stop I was at.
Sullivan, what's going on?
No, Sullivan's good what he does.
Sullivan, impressive.
So, yeah, I didn't really have much of a plan, but I never do. This thing is being auctioned off charity for a combination of Hope Church and Prairie Pride Coalition. We have representatives of Hope Church here to promote their church / talk about what the hell they're doing. So, they can come in here and talk. Hang on, I can put this thing down. Shroop, shroop.
It is the bigger, gayer sword.
Yes. Multiple people have asked me, they've said like, oh, 2 years ago you did the big gay sword, and this year you're doing the bigger, gayer sword. That means in 2 years' time you'll be making the biggest, gayest sword? And I already have plans.
Oh yes, yes.
But originally I wanted to do these weapons every June, like I thought, and then just the last 2 Junes, I have been stupid busy, and it's not June anymore, because my son was visiting, and so...
it's the best
and
when Christopher's here.
Yes, and so my son was visiting, and it turned out I couldn't go make a sword and spend a lot, like every day hanging out with Christopher, but Bloomington Normal, where I'm based these days, does their Pride stuff in July, so the sword is also not quite done, the video is not quite done by the end of July. So I guess this video is going to go live in August. The video. This is just a video about the sword. It's not about the
making
thing. No, the video about the making is the one I have to edit. Did you guys introduce yourselves? Introduce yourselves.
I'm Jenny. My pronouns are she, her, and Mike. Actually, 2 years ago, when you did the big gay sword, I didn't know you really. But I thought you were awesome and way cooler than me, and you still are, but I'm not intimidated by you.
Good. I'm sorry you were ever intimidated by me.
Well, it's because you're really cool.
Okay, go on.
And I'm the pastor of Hope Church, which is a bigger, gayer church. And it's bigger and gayer now because...
Hi, I'm Sophie. I use she, her pronouns. I'm starting as the online ministries pastor. Just now. First day in the office.
Yeah. And this is the office.
Yeah.
So that's the kind of church we have.
It is extremely hot, and so I apologize to the... there was a choice between doing the live stream at Hope Church, which is nice and air conditioned, or here in the workshop, which is not. And I thought that would be, like, you guys would prefer to do it here in the workshop, because there's probably some people... I only recently started uploading videos again, so there's probably some people who don't even know that I'm in a new workshop and stuff. But, so if they want to see the new workshop, and I thought it would be funner to do it here, because then we can talk about all the random bits and pieces that are everywhere.
It is more fun.
Yeah. I wonder if there's a way I can prop the sword up. You guys can keep talking. Is there comments or questions?
On Saturday...
I don't see questions yet. I see a lot of comments and people liking things.
Can I tell them about what happened on Saturday?
Yeah.
So we had a booth at Pride Fest, and the bigger, gayer sword was there. And it was really fun. The people who know Mike, who stopped by, and the people who know me, who stopped by, and then there's a tiny Venn diagram of people who are friends with both me and Mike, and those are the most fun people. But people would come by the booth and say things like, oh, this guy's my friend, he helps me rescue ducks, and say nothing else. And then I found out that Mike built a contraption when the water treatment facility has random ducks trapped in something, and they call Mike in an emergency situation, and then he goes out even though he's asleep, and he goes to catch ducks. And I got to learn this because the big gay sword was sitting next to me.
Hang on.
Is that the duck contraption?
Yeah, this is the duck rescuing thing. for when there's like a duck trapped in one of the water treatment.
Do you think that it's weird that you're the person called to help the Bloomington Water Treatment Facility with trapped ducks?
Me and Anish like to call this effect the curse of competency.
Yeah. You know how to do stuff so people
It's
call
like-
you?
It's not even like that I do it particularly well, but it's like, you
You're
know,
willing
the,
to figure it out?
Get the bars on the goddamn floor. You know.
That is so true.
Yeah.
Like you can figure out how to do shit so people have
Don't mind me.
And Mike is very popular in Bloomington. 2 years ago, he did not live here. And people are fans. Are fans. People are fans.
What was
not
that
the one.
thing? Where did that fall from?
I
Oh, I
don't-
think it was probably in the little mount there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
It's still loose. Yeah.
I still.
I love that you mentioned something as we're standing here.
Well,
This is what he does for a living.
This is the simplest thing ever. Yeah, well, will it work? I don't know. Like, it might not be balanced properly.
Do you have that sign that you had?
There we go. So that way it's sideways.
That crazy sign?
Oh yeah, when at the Pride Fest I had this one is actually really old. This printout is probably, I think I had it made
No
the
time.
first,
Big Jeff.
like the first time I was displaying one of my weapons. And it was funny, I had a buster sword hanging up like it was a fish, like it was a caught fish in this big rack thing I made because it was the most space efficient way to display it, like upright, but without building a case, you know, it was just hanging from a rope and hanging the blade down.
Oh, like so the blade was.
Well, the blade was
so
like it was in the
like
picture.
that?
Yeah, and so I had that sign up beside it, and every single person who came by would look at the sign, go, "Ha, that's funny," and then run their fingers down the blade
Oh my God.
to see if it was sharp. Old dudes were slightly worse for doing it, but I was like, what was the point of making the sign? Like, this sign had no effect whatsoever.
It had very good effect at Pride Fest. Nobody ran their hands across it, and you had it sitting so people would touch this end, but they would not get to the sharp blade at all.
Yeah, and I did see, like, I was only at, here's Christopher, do you want to come out and say hello or no?
Christopher!
Yeah.
I'm Jenny.
Hello. Christopher is being weird for the bit. Say hello to the camera's over there. The camera's over there. Say hello. Christopher.
There you go.
Christopher's been with me for a month and a half, so we've been doing all sorts of weird stuff. Mostly watching garbage movies. Christopher, what's been the weirdest, what was the worst thing we did while you were here? The thing
Worst
you
thing?
hated, the thing you hated the most.
Can I talk about the man we shot in the Denny's?
No. What was the thing you liked least that we did here?
I think it was when I don't fully remember it, but it was when I was making those water balloons in the basement and all of them fell into the large amount of dead spider corpses.
What? I didn't know you were making water balloons in the basement. That's not where you make water balloons. Is my basement flooded? I don't like that.
But it was like a while ago. Remember when I got the...
Oh, he's already cleaned up the mess, so now he can
Did you
admit
clean
to
up
it.
the mess? Or did you just let it to dry by itself?
Oh, well.
I hate it.
That's also your least favorite thing. Look, you're
Yeah.
bonding with your son. You both have the
Yeah.
same least favorite thing.
Yeah. Anyway, Christopher. Christopher spends a lot of time on the roof of this house. I quite enjoy it.
The squirrel... Not anymore. The squirrel took it.
Yeah, I know you started a feud with a squirrel. Yes.
I've lost. It's smarter than me. A war of wits can be over before it begins.
A war of wits between unarmed opponents. Anyway, I feel like I was in the middle of saying something else.
You were talking about...
I can't. Oh yeah. So at the Pride Fest, I was chasing Christopher around and
That's right.
goofing around with Christopher. There was that booth that had all the puppies. And so
yeah.
obviously you want to hang out at the puppy booth.
Yeah.
So I was only sporadically checking in here, but
I think he's on the roof
Yeah,
now.
he is on there.
Oh,
Where
okay.
the sword was being displayed, but like for the 20 minutes I was there, I saw 3 children come up to it, and 2 of them were like, "Try to lift this, it's really heavy," and they were trying to lift it up with the pommel. And then the third one was like, "I'll try to lift it," but instead of lifting it, they grabbed the handle and then started dragging it up.
Oh, no!
That's not lifting.
No, and I don't know what was going on all day, because that was the brief. That was
That
the
was
20
not happening at all.
The 20 minutes at the end of the day, I was there, and I wasn't there for any of the rest of the day.
The rest of the day, it was just lying there. People would see your sign, and then they would tell me how they know you, and then I would hear crazy stories.
Nice.
Yeah. Or we would say,
Yeah,
look,
lift it with lever action.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess it would be theoretically for a split second if the kid had dragged it all the way up the table.
It would be levered off his foot.
Yeah.
Kidding. Pride Fest.
Wow.
So, talk about the sword a bit. Like, what's it made of and stuff
Oh
like
yeah,
that.
we're talking about the sword. The
Yeah.
blade is made of hard ox, and so normally
What's the cloud made out of?
the cloud is made out of regular steel. It's
Okay.
1/8-inch regular steel that I shaped on a stump. It was started flat, and I heated it up in the forge, and then bet the crap out of it with the hammer to give it a kind of a bloop kind of effect.
oh yeah.
You know, you could. I have a different way you could have made it.
Okay,
Of
but
course.
tell me how. If this is like having a live YouTube comment, by all means, tell me how I should have made it live YouTube comments.
Go to the grocery store.
What?
Go to the dairy section.
Yes.
Get a can of Quip.
And just squirrel cream.
Yeah.
Just replace the cream every time I get a new cloud.
Yeah, oh great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
lasts long.
That would have been better.
Reusable.
At least that was a strange suggestion. Normally, they're just like you should have like used this
Styrofoam.
sci-fi. No, normally they're like you should have hand forged it out of steel you dug up yourself from the ground and poured it in a
Mhm.
mold, and then it goes on and on and on. And it's like, oh boy, tell me you don't work with steel without telling me you don't work with steel.
Yeah.
I got distracted. I always get distracted. This is made out of hard ox, which they use for the scoops and diggers and stuff. I ground out the edges. I actually made a nifty thing.
Okay, Martin just said something funny. So no, we were not worried about the sword being damaged. We were worried
Yeah.
about the kid being damaged.
Yes.
So for marking the edge here, so I did this first curve by getting the ruler and then pinning it down to make like an even spline on the big sheet of metal I cut out of it. And then after that, I actually made this for marking the ridges. I used this guy with it's got 6 holes in it that I put the Sharpie in, and then I could go along the edge done and go zoop, and then I ground out these ridges because this is paint. It's oil. It's like protective enamel oil paint, so it's like the best kind of like locally available. Like people are all the time telling me, like you should use Cerakote or Duracoat. They're like these gun paints. But they're a pain in the ass to apply, and they're even more of a pain in the ass to reapply. Because I fully expect that when I attack a bunch of stuff like this in the video, that the paint will get scuffed. But like the advantage this has is I can just go over there to the pots of paint I have and retouch it. This is why I hand paint it. Like initially I was like, oh, I'll spray paint it, but then I started to think about masking this off. I like masking it off for every stripe.
Yeah.
Like when I was painting this, I just sunk it in the stump that's out there and painted it while it was freestanding in the stump.
Oh wow.
You know, so I could like paint all of it at once.
Okay.
And so, but I'm hopeful that these ridges, because each
color is a ridge.
like each color is in a ridge, and I'm hopeful that like that'll help keep the sword somewhat, like keep the paints somewhat protected. But like
You definitely have to repaint stuff.
I'll definitely have to repaint it, and I don't know, like it might look cool, like scuffed up a bit, because I think this nightmare future we're heading into, we're all going to be scuffed up a little.
Headed into.
Well,
Yeah, well, I mean, it's only going to get worse from here. And then, so, this is the hard ox. The 2 cloud halves, which looked like a clamshell when I was forging them, are mild steel 1/8 inch that's been forged and then sandwiched on. This is antique rebar
Oh.
that there was a place in town called Stark, and I was passing their
Yeah.
yard, and I was like, that's that antique rebar I like that has the X's, because normally these days it only has one, and I think the X looks better for making handles and stuff.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, they probably have loads of it in there. And then I went to go grab it for this, like making the sword, because I'd been meaning to grab it for ages. They did not have loads.
Oh.
There was a big pile of rebar, and I had spotted the one piece of antique rebar that was
Really?
a pile of regular rebar. So I phoned them up, and they said, oh yeah, we throw that stuff out all the time. So yeah, just take it or whatever. And I was like, cool. So I very awkwardly got an 18-foot piece back here by a bicycle.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
A bicycle?
Yeah, well, because it
You
wouldn't
brought
fit in
a
my car, and Anish, I can't remember, was Anish busy, or I just thought it'd be funnier.
Oh, yeah, there it is.
But like
Oh,
I hung,
here.
yeah, I hung up the rest of it here for future sword handles, and and
A
then
couple people that are newer to the stream have asked if you would reintroduce the guests.
oh, okay. Well, then I'll just finish this up. This is a mild steel block that I carved all this out of, and then there's this stuff called hard facing. And so before it was carved out, because this is just mild steel, not hardened steel like the blade, I welded in hard facing here, so this tip is hardened for when you're, I don't know,
Yeah,
like.
when the blade stops working, you can use that in then,
Yeah,
right?
okay.
Yeah, if that would ever happen.
Yeah. Okay. So people want to be reintroduced, but like, why don't you guys introduce yourselves?
Well, I'm
Because I don't want to
Jenny.
make a mistake.
You
No,
won't
you're
make a
okay.
mistake.
You're good.
And I am the pastor of Hope Church. And we, 2 years ago, got to be the recipient of the donations from the Big Gay Sword. This year it's bigger and gayer. We're sharing with Prairie Pride Coalition. Prairie Pride Coalition is the most amazing coalition. It's been around for 30 years. And they actually, one of the things they do is make sure we know about what legislation is coming or happening and how to respond to it and that kind of thing, besides lots of resources. So the Bigger Gayer Sword, we both get to lead a bigger, gayer church.
Because I'm joining as the online ministries pastor. I'm Sophie. I use she, her pronouns. And I'm excited. Yeah, I was one of the people who bidded on the last sword at the very beginning. It did not receive the sword. But I was so happy to see how much went to Hope from that sword. And I'm glad we're sharing it this year because there are so many things going on in this community that this will get to help benefit.
Yeah.
And I love the detail down here. I wonder
Thank
why.
Yeah. So that was actually that was a last moment inspiration to do the progress insert as the pommel. I was very
Yeah.
proud of myself. I slapped myself. Clap.
People
That's the
love
word.
that. When we
Yeah.
had it at our booth at Pride Fest, people loved the Pride progress that
Yeah.
we
Nice.
added. Yeah.
And it was funny.
That
The
was very
circle. I was going to electro salt etch the circle in.
Uh-huh.
But at the last, because I made this thing in a panic and a rush, I remembered last minute that I had a hole saw. So I could make
Oh,
the circle.
wow.
I could make the circle on the end, that little purpley circle, using the hole saw, and then I welded up the middle of the middle hole. But I bought this guy ages ago for a different thing, and it's just been lying around because I tend to magpie tools and things. See, I lost this thing, and I had to find this and
Magpies
put it in.
collect things.
Oh.
Yeah.
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 They're more of a British bird. Or,
Oh, okay.
or a British Isles bird here.
Yeah. But so I was sometimes the one thing about having this new workshop is my pile of garbage is much smaller than it has been. And so a lot of I have to go reach and be slightly more creative when I'm building things, whereas before I'd be able to dig through my pile of stuff to find what I need. Now it's when I do find something I need in a random pile of garbage.
But there's more garbage in the world for you to collect.
Yes, there's more garbage outside the door to collect, like the piece of rebar that I could
Right.
bring home on a
Yeah.
bicycle. Like on the island, I wouldn't have been able to get that piece of rebar home on a bicycle because it would have like required a boat or whatever.
Yeah.
You know.
And
Oh.
you made the big gay sword on the island, and now you made this right
Yeah,
here.
this one was made here,
Yeah.
like out of the Hardox half-inch plate that was bought from a place. The plate I made it from is actually the same plate the Leviathan axe was made from.
Okay.
So they're birthed of the same piece of Hardox. And
Oh.
yeah, and the sword weighs 35 pounds, 34 pounds. I thought it was 35 pounds by just like holding it, and then I weighed it and it was 34, which means I'm getting weaker. You know?
Ah.
By a pound.
Yeah. And then,
When Mike had to take the sword back to his car from the booth, there was a big festival, so it was a long walk. So he had to walk through a crowd with a bigger, gayer sword, and everyone got to see you walking along.
And he didn't get arrested in the process. So.
no, well, the thing about the giant comedic swords I found, and this has been true for decades, is they don't register as swords. You know, they register as like, well, there's no way that's a real sword.
Oh.
You know, even one of the people who stopped me to take a picture with me was like, "Oh, can I take a picture? That's really cool." And then, like, we were taking the picture, and they were taking ages to take the picture and stuff. And then afterwards, they were like, "Wait, is that made out of metal?" And I
Oh
was
my
like-
God.
And I was like, "Yes, it's made out
Yeah,
of metal."
metal.
And he was like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it," because he made me stand for ages.
That was a
cosplay sword?
Oh, yeah.
That was a cosplay
Yeah, he
sword.
thought it was like wood or fiber. I don't know what he thought it made out of, but he didn't know it was made out of metal because, like, you know, it's like
Yeah.
it looks like a cartoon object.
Right.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And when you hold it, it like goes way.
Yeah. Well, humans also have this weird quirk in their brains where vertical distances look like longer than horizontal distances, and usually when people notice that effect, it's like they're talking about like trees and things. So it's just
Ah.
funny that I've noticed it with swords.
Yeah.
How long is it?
It's about the same height as me lined up. I haven't actually measured the length. Well, we can measure the length here. So the whole thing from the, can you hold that roughly there? Yeah. Ish. The whole thing to the tip is 68.5, which is 5 foot 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So about 5 foot 8.5.
Wow.
And then there's just the blade portion of it is like 43.5, you know? I don't remember who it was, but somebody else was like, "Wow, that handle is so long. Why did you put such a long handle on it?" And I'm like,
Yeah.
heavy.
Yeah.
Huge ones need giant handles, you know?
Do you have a measurement for based on how long this is, how long your handle has to be?
No, I've ages ago I figured out that about 500 millimeters was a good length for a handle, and 500 millimeters is about 20 inches, you know?
Okay. Is that what you do for most swords?
Well, this one it was because it was made up from my own head. That's what I did. But
Oh,
like usually
yeah.
when I'm making the replicas of ones,
Oh,
I just
right.
have to go by whatever they're.
Their proportion.
You
Like
haven't
whatever
made a
it's-
giant one in a while. This
No.
was- Yeah.
What was the last big? The one from the last year, or the year before, the Apollyon sword.
Yeah.
That one was long.
Yeah, that was
like
long.
that one was actually manageable because most of the weight was down towards the bottom. Like it didn't feel as, but that one was definitely long,
Mhm.
you know. But like in terms of like also being wide, which is the fantasy thing, is like
Yeah.
fantasy swords tend to be wide.
Okay.
I can't remember the last time I made a really big wide one. Yeah, I literally can't remember.
Might be the Godric axe.
Yeah, but that's not a sword even.
No, it's not a sword, but it is.
Like,
It's
it is
very big.
It is very big. It's comical proportions.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah. Well, when did I make the rectangle? Did I make the rectangle after the Godric axe? I think I did.
Yeah, I guess that'd be it.
Yeah, and that one was also my own fault. I came up with the design for that one.
How often do you make swords and then auction them off? Is it?
Well, the
Am
next
I aware of?
the next one I'm making is actually auctioned off as well. I have this like crazy backlog of swords I have to get through, and so the next one, the person paid me for it ages ago,
Okay.
called the Elonian Great Blade. But I have to actually send them an email and see if they're still alive and stuff, because it's been like literally years since I heard from them. But they gave me the money for it, and they were like, "Oh, I don't actually want the sword. Auction it off for charity. I just want to see you make it." So that'll be fun.
Oh.
So if I can't even remember which game it's from. So if anyone in the comments knows what the Elonian Great Blade is from.
Suicidal Banana would like to ask, do you prefer working in inches or centimeters?
I generally do the very crude thing of I use inches for big things where the measurement doesn't matter, and then if the measurement does matter or it's a small thing, I switch to millimeters.
Okay.
Yeah, so millimeters are generally what I use in my head. They're the default, but I've had to get used to. Does anybody know this about America? You know, like when you're when you're in the real world, all of the tape measures have both measurements on it, but in Yankadoodle land, they just got the one. They don't do that. They're so afraid of the metric system, they don't put it on the tapes. Yeah.
Is that true?
What
Yeah,
are you
some
doing?
that.
Yeah, we only
Oh
put
my
inches on
goodness.
it.
Most, they do make specialty ones, but you have to find them. It's not
You
like
did
the one.
look for a specialty one that has
Yeah,
millimeters?
you have to make
Yeah,
sure.
you have to find a specialty one to get one with.
Yeah, like this one doesn't even has the fractions of the inches put out there, but it still doesn't have millimeters.
Yeah, yeah. So and that's
Do
the
people apologize to you for America?
They should.
Yeah.
We're already making people angry with this stuff. Let's not also have another flashy session.
Jesse May says Guild Wars 2. I'm
There you
assuming
go.
that was...
Guild Wars 2 is the only Guild
Here we
Wars
go.
2
This is one that got centimeters on it.
That's what I brought from Ireland a decade and a half ago.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And that's not even a fancy one, is it?
No.
It just is a normal.
No, every tape measure in Ireland has inches and centimeters on it by default. Like
Yeah.
this was the first place. Presumably in France, you can get a snooty one that just has inches, like the metric system on it.
Uh-huh.
But I've never seen one that's just metric. The only place I've seen one that's just metric is the paper tape in IKEA. Yeah. You know, like the
Yeah,
it's in the rack.
yeah. Mhm.
Oh, yeah, but yeah, millimeters for important things, inches for stuff that doesn't matter.
But why are you auctioning off a bigger, gayer sword that is going toward an inclusive church and an organization that fights for everyone's rights? It
Oh.
doesn't seem to match with sword making.
Well, yeah, you see, when you make swords, you attract, like, not everyone, like a big giant, like making big giant city swords is for everyone, but YouTube comments tend to be cancerous, and you do notice a lot of like not super great. There was a podcast a couple of months ago I listened to from Endless Tread, and it was like SwordTube has a problem, and it was about people who do sword stuff on YouTube and about their like misogyny problem, about their racism problem, and it's like, to me, there's no inherent link between white supremacy and giant swords, let's say. But,
Yeah.
well, especially not giant swords, but like historical swords, because when you get back into historical swords, you get back into people who maybe fantasize a little bit too hard about a Europe being purely white, let's say. You know, but on this podcast, when they were talking about SwordTube, when I started listening to the podcast, I was like, oh, my star has faded, my time has passed.
Oh.
They haven't mentioned me. And then they got into the meat of the podcast, that they were talking about all of these like people who do sword stuff on YouTube who have been like racist or misogynistic or blah 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 or transphobic.
So you were glad you
and I
were
was
there.
like, phew, I'm not in this podcast, and you haven't mentioned me.
Thank goodness.
But anyway, I basically don't want anyone to be confused. Even now, I get people in the comments who are confused about they're like, why is Mike doing this? Why is Mike's channel gone garbage? I have always been basically woke and socialist and super communist and inclusive and like I am like the more lefty than a lot of lefty people in America, you know, and that like I just don't want anyone to be confused. I don't care if I drop to 3 subscribers. If the it turns out the other, you know, it would be 1.1 million because I have the whatever. It's like I don't want them. It's like, go, if you're homophobic, please, my channel is not for you. That's it basically.
Cool.
Yeah.
It's weird that you go to church.
Yeah, well, it's mostly a community. Like my introduction to Bloomington was hanging out with Anish, and Anish goes to your church, and then that was mostly for social reasons. And my background with churchy people is being mostly Catholic, and I remember the last time I was at Catholic Mass, it was a friend's wedding that I won't mention, and it was like, you know, whatever, haven't been to Mass in years. And then I was sitting there with my friend, and the priest was talking, and then I was like having these thoughts, and then my friend leaned over to me and was like, "This is a wedding. I wasn't expecting to feel attacked." And I was like, "I know, right?"
Really?
Yeah, because the priest was specifically using my friend's wedding as a platform to complain about people who aren't religious and who have like lost their way and need to see sense and come back to the fold. And it's like, oh boy, this is gross and disgusting and I hate it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then when my grandmother died, I tuned in for the live broadcast of her funeral. And yet again, it was like just not the tenor of like, I'm like, this is my grandmother's funeral. And it's like, you know, the priest is there and the priest is like, we're all trash, you know, including your grandmother. But like,
What?
well, you know, Jesus is, you guys, all of you guys suck compared to my friend Jesus.
No.
And that was
No.
was the funeral. That was like, I hate this.
That is horrible.
And that does not happen at Hope Church.
No,
No,
it
no.
does not. And I appreciate that you're there because, for instance, on Saturday, I met someone who was like, I moved to Bloomington and I don't have any friends and it's super hard to make friends when you're an adult, but I'm an atheist. Can I come to your church? And I was like, yeah, a lot of people do. So it's,
Yeah,
And
I'm
we did-
interested.
When we did a poll, we found out.
This is a poll with people who are in church
Sitting
and
in the pews.
engaged enough in worship to give an answer to a random poll I asked. So these are like engaged people.
And it was something like
15%.
Yeah, 15% of the people that go to our church call themselves atheists or agnostic.
Yes, now
Yeah.
for context for European listeners, we are in the Midwest, so your options for social things are like not going to church is unthinkable for some people. So if you're raised in a thing where you have to, like, you feel uncomfortable not going to any church at all, then Hope Church is about as good as you could do for like a church that won't make you feel anxious or attacked or like you don't belong there, you know?
We hope to do the opposite.
Right.
And for this young adult, they didn't feel pressure to go. They just literally hadn't made friends. And they came yesterday and they left with 2 people's phone numbers.
Yeah. See, I don't know, it's not a thing I've ever struggled with
No.
myself, but I don't know, making friends as an adult sucks. And like a lot of different pieces of parts of society have kind of like neutralized community as a thing.
Yes.
And so it's like, how do you build community in this late stage capitalism hellscape? And me, I've had a pointed effort of like harassing my neighbors. And so like I have a bunch of my neighbors that are now my friends. But like I remember like my neighbor over there, when I harassed him first, he was like mowing his lawn and he acts like he was about to be mugged when I went across to say hello to him. Like he froze up and he was acting all weird because this like strange, hairy, greasy, disgusting guy was talking to him. And eventually he came round and now the problem is getting him to leave my house, not getting him to come to my house.
Is he online right now?
I mean, maybe, I don't know. He doesn't really. Hello, if you're there, I won't name names because then that'll find the people who are drawing circles on a map and trying to figure out where I live. That'll just give them an extra bit that I don't need to give them. You know?
No. You know what? This person is someone who just said to me, I'm autistic, so I don't know how to talk to people. And I was like, oh, cool. So is half our church. So.
Yeah.
And then she walked in and like basically said the same thing. She
Yep.
was like, "I'm autistic. I need someone to sit with," and then it was easy to connect.
It's funny because I'm accused of like saying everyone is autistic.
Uh-huh.
You know, like I like overdiagnosed the but it's not that. It's that I attract a type. You know? And it's like, you know, what does that say about me? You know?
That you're accepting.
You're accepting, yes.
Oh, I was going to say that I probably have touches of autism
You
too.
may, I don't know, but also
It's a
like,
superpower all in itself.
you communicate that you really enjoy everyone's presence. And you know what I love is watching you with Christopher, because you seem to truly enjoy being
Oh,
around him.
100%. He's my
Yeah.
mini me.
I know.
We have the same brain.
And when he tells a joke and you just laugh at
Mm.
it, that I live for that. That is so great to see you as a dad.
Yeah, no, it's great. Yeah, we very much have same brain, and it's good talking to him and like spitballing
Uh-huh.
deranged shit with him.
Also, you communicate to children, 'cause I have a couple of them, that you're safe for children too. The kids love you. My daughter, who won't talk to anyone, like loves Mike and Anish, basically. Who won't stop talking about going to Superman again. Told me, Mom, Anish needs to take me to Superman, and so we went and saw Superman.
Yeah, no,
Which I also put a plug in for Superman because I really like it. Best comic book movie in a long while.
I think a lot of people are putting a plug in for Superman. I don't think there's any.
There's not a shortage
Not
of
a
that.
shortage of that.
Hell, it's gonna break your box office record. If you
Yeah.
don't know Superman's good, I don't.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what. This is not the place to convince people that. This is not going to be the thing that breaks the camel's back about people going to see Superman.
With your big gay sword, what was really cool is the person who ultimately won the auction.
You're
has
talking about the previous
the
one.
previous one. This
Yeah.
is bigger, gayer, but this is to inspire you. The person who did it, who ultimately won in the bidding, and it went up, owns a drag bar in, was it San Francisco?
Do we remember the name of it? It had a name. Oh, I remember. Ah,
Isaac would know.
Yeah, I remember.
It'll come to me in a bit.
Was it like Oasis?
Oasis.
Yeah.
It was something like that. If it
Impressive.
wasn't that, it was a one-word,
Yeah.
snappy, like thing like that. Yeah. But I obviously didn't know that place. Fiona is sad because I told her she couldn't be on the stream.
Oh.
My girlfriend's daughter lives here and she loves being on the Patreon streams, even though her dad, and I 100% agree with her dad, is like, please don't be on Mike's streams, don't be talking to those people, you know, and but I see she's pinned a note to the door. Nick, can you go see what that note is?
Yeah, and Oasis is a gay bar in San Francisco, so.
Well, there you go.
It might be it.
That if you go to Oasis and then go, I want to see the big gay sword, and then if they don't have it, you can be like, well, where
That
is
wasn't
it?
the right one, yeah.
Yeah.
I
What
wish
is-
it
what
was in
is
pink
Fiona?
writing.
It
It's
is.
a big pink note.
It just says the gay sword is for fighting
Aw.
people that are bad. But we can't actually say that on stream, that this is not for fighting humans of any description. That's not what it's for. Because then that's a great way to
But
get
if it's in pink,
But
is
it's
it
a,
really?
but that's a
It's
good,
like
no, but that's a great
pink.
way. The fighting people are bad is the donation for owning it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that because it's not actually for hurting people, because that's a great way to get your video flagged and taken down, and we don't want that. Restrict-
Even if it's written in like bubbly
No, it
pink.
doesn't matter how nice the font is.
Oh.
You can't. YouTube has rules that you have to follow, or you don't make a living at it. You know?
You should have gone over shit not to say, Jenny.
Not s- well, I didn't know I was going to say that, and I just said it out loud. She stuck her arm out the back door to give a thumbs up. Yeah.
My daughter also loves Fiona.
Yeah. Well, I do too. But no. Nick, is there anything on the comments to respond to?
We should get rid of a bunch of things. No, but people laughing at you being a kid, basically at heart.
Oh.
Well, yeah. I mean,
With really adult skills.
Yeah.
Going back to that bar is low thing.
I'm looking forward to
Competent.
Yes.
Playing with fire and metal is definitely an adult thing to do.
Oh yeah.
Leave it to the professionals.
We could smash something with the sword. We could figure out, like, live on camera how badly the paint gets touched up. Like,
I will step out of the way. of
Yeah,
smash.
yeah.
you know what I mean? Yeah.
We'll do it out here. I'm gonna move this.
Whoop. Because I don't know. I mean, my guess is it's going to get scuffed pretty bad and I'll have to redo it. But we could do a little test. We got the scenic garbage things in the background. Oh yeah, we'll watch Nick roll it into position. Go in there, Nick.
How far out do you want it?
I just want to watch you move the big heavy thing.
Okay.
There you go. A little bit to the right. A little bit to the right, Nick. Okay, now back to the left. Nick. Nick, back to the left a little bit.
How far left do you want it?
Okay, cool. That's great. Now center it more. Nick, rotate it. Rotate it in the same spot but around 360. Oh, I love this. Is it hot, Nick? Are you hot?
It is hot.
Yeah, cool. Okay, you could leave it there.
Okay.
Actually, I've changed my mind.
Nope, you got that one from now.
Can I get this thing to sit here? Should we set it on fire?
You can set it on fire. I've thrown flaming things at Mike before, so.
Yeah, and I'm standing back
I have neighbors.
Nick, someone put poor Nick.
I know I'm responding to that.
Is this where Nick gets confused by Mike's directions? Oh my gosh, is that actual...
Yeah, the sword is lighting it on fire. Not the sword. The piece of wood.
Also, this is the first time I've hit anything with it, so we'll see how hard it is to steer.
Yeah.
Oh, it would be funny if the burning log bounced all the way into this gas can. I'm gonna move the gas can further away. Where are my gloves?
I could probably say I have set Mike on fire before.
You
Yes.
set Mike on fire before?
Yeah. By accident.
He stood there a little.
Better than on purpose, I
He
guess.
stood there a little too long.
Yeah, I was like, you were getting the shot. It's important to get the shot. It's burning very slowly.
That's good for a shot, though.
It's just so slow. Alright,
Good enough.
quick.
Got it?
Yeah. We'll see how. Where'd it go? Did it?
You got Mo. You kind of clipped it on the side.
Because of the curve. Put it back up. Let's see, get it go again.
What'd you just hit?
A piece of wood.
Oh shoot, is that the...
Hang on, I want to move it forward.
I was trying to get it back on fire.
No, it's over. I missed again. We need a bigger.
A little hot.
Yeah, just a little bit.
I'm used to this stuff.
3 times
I
charm.
think like that.
Wait,
Yeah, try to hit it right there.
I
wish
have,
I had a bigger
I
one.
have an idea.
I think that's what he's been aiming for, but.
What about...
Hey!
This one definitely. Now
Yeah.
let's look at the damage. Because that was 3 hits.
Yep.
Whoop.
Skibbity!
Yeah, up here.
So you can see the purple needs to be redone a little bit.
That's not too
But
bad
that's
though.
honestly not as bad as I thought it would be.
When you, I mean, it's definitely after the Smash video, you're definitely gonna have.
Yeah, but that was always the plan.
Yeah.
But no, that's not as bad as I thought it was going to be for smashing through a block of wood.
Yeah.
3 times.
Check out the other side here. Got some more over here. A little bit over there.
Oh yeah, there's more
And
scuffing and
yeah.
stuff here.
Yeah.
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 But yet again,
Not
like
too bad.
some of that is,
Some of it's dirt.
some of it's just dirt. But yeah.
Yeah.
But I get, yeah. But after the smash video, it'll be trashed, and then
Then the
Well,
remains
if it
off.
looks, I mean, that's the thing, is like,
Then you
are
can,
we,
whoever wins the auction can decide painted or non-painted, I guess.
yeah, like, do I fix it up, or do I keep it, like, battle damage looking?
Yeah, I guess that'll be up to the auction winner.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Cause,
it's held up really good. I saw.
Yeah.
yeah. It's weird that it's the very back of it that got damaged the most.
Yeah.
Like, I'd like to go through, like, that shot and, like, in slow motion to be like, well, why? Is it because after it goes through, it folded over?
Maybe.
Christopher jumping from the garage to the house.
Oh, okay.
He does it a lot.
Yes, he does that a lot. Yeah. I normally hate paint on swords. I always see stuff like this and I'm like, ugh, what is that? But it's actually just my own greasy, filthy hands. Like it comes off with oil. Christopher is running around on the roof.
Huh. Someone
What?
says it looks like the Bigoron sword from Hyrule Warriors that Impa uses.
It uses the, looks like the what sword?
I don't know this one because I don't play Hyrule Warriors, but the Bigoron sword that Impa uses.
Bigoron. Is it a rainbowy sword?
Maybe. I'd have to look it up.
Nick, do you want to get me liquid?
Yeah. Where's your tea? Is it inside?
Yeah, but I just want water.
Okay.
I am dying of the heat.
It's not like you just moved 35 pounds through the air or anything.
Yeah, but I mean, it's really hot today. No, I hope people find the stuff we're going to smash in the Smash video funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so,
I think we've done what we need to do.
yeah,
Yeah. 'Cause, we can maybe do one more stream at the end of the month.
yes.
Yeah, when we're close to the end. So we'll do it
So
again.
the auction is going for 1 month?
Yep.
3 months, because it was an expensive, well, since
No, you said 1 month.
I said 1 month?
Yep.
Okay, never mind then. Ignore me. It's 1 month.
And is it obvious where people can go?
Yes, it is obvious where people can go. And it'll also be, the full video for this will be coming out in a week or two.
Yeah.
So you'll get to see the whole build of it, you'll get to see the entire build, the link will be there too. We'll throw it on Pope's website, throw it on Mike's website, throw it up, Steve Prairie Pride will throw it up too, and yeah, and then we'll do another stream close to the end.
Yes.
I'm
And
gonna see
then-
if I can jump from this.
Yeah,
roof
just to
the
remind
neighbor's
people
roof.
that's still on there.
Yep.
Thank you, Nick. Thank you.
Any last minute questions, throw them in the chats.
Before I disappear. Ugh. It's so sweaty.
I've been.
How are you guys not? You guys don't look
Because we
anywhere
didn't
near
just-
as sweaty.
No,
You
no, but
just-
I was sweating before we even started.
Hey guys, you think I could make the jump from this roof to the neighbor's roof?
No,
That's not.
because it's not your house, so it's not a question.
Christopher, no.
We're going to look at.
Where you go? No. 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 Come down and do the jump from the other one to the workshop. Go on. And then there's a mulberry tree at the back there. That.
Pass me the phone.
What?
Pass me the phone.
No, because you'll show the street and then it'll give people.
But I'll show them the mulberry tree too.
Can you show them the mulberry tree without showing them the street?
Probably.
You want to use the ladder to get up there?
Whoa. Okay, here you go.
Throw it over.
No, I'm not throwing it over. Here you go. Huh.
See, these are mulberries. Mulberries. Many a mulberry. So many mulberries. Now, I would show y'all the street, but I can't.
No, don't show the street.
Catch!
No!
Can I drop it?
Yeah, sure. There we go. Wait. Okay, the sound is back now. So the question was, is there going to be a build video? Yes. Everything for the build video is filmed. I just have to edit it. There's little bits and pieces on the Patreon, like sneaky bits. I edited the chunk. Somebody stole the headphones I used to wear, so I had to make newer ones that are now Wi-Fi, so they talk to the Nightmare Rectangle I'm holding. So that's how I listen to depressing podcasts about the rise of fascism. But so I've edited together just the chunk where I build these, and that's going to be on the Patreon pretty soon. That will be rolled into the public video when it's released. Or I might watch it in the site. You know, that is it's too distracting to have 8 minutes of me making a set of headphones in the middle of this video, depending on how long the rest of the video is.
Also, yeah, Patreon people get stuff.
Yeah. So, the build video will be live. The Smash video will be incorporated in part of it. Somebody may have done a cover of Pink Pony Club for the Smash video at the end. We'll see. And and then that's it. I think that's it. Are we all?
Hardox 450, right? That's what usually is.
Hardox 450 is what I normally use because that's normally what's available. Because that's what my concern with the harder grades of the Hardox is, does it weld okay? Because if you can't weld the handle onto the end of it without risking the handle breaking off, then because the Hardox 500 is too brittle, then it'd be bad. But also the 450 is what most places have, you know, like I've usually asked in places and they don't have the 500, and I think they make other grades too, like it goes
Yeah, it goes up. There is a 400. There is a softer.
Oh, there is a softer?
There is a softer.
Yeah. Well, I don't want the softer.
I know.
Yeah. Oh, I figured out how to drill the Hardox lately. That was good, because this stuff's too hard to drill holes in, you know?
Okay.
Okay, is that it?
That's it.
Okay, see y'all again soon.
Bye, everyone.